In the book about Glass-Steagall,
Yeah.
several weeks ago, there was a meeting with top leaders on the Senate Banking Committee. Gary Cohn was at this meeting. Our very own reporter asked President Trump himself, and he said that he was taking a look at Glass-Steagall. Is there a chance for you, Senator Elizabeth Warren, to work with President Trump on reinstating a 21st century Glass-Steagall?
You bet. I mean, I am ready.
How realistic is it, though?
Well, I'm ready. I've already got the bill. And remember, I have a bipartisan bill already. My co-sponsor on this is John McCain and Maria Cantwell from Washington and Angus King, independent, from Maine. Let me put it in a little bit of context, though, in the book. What I talk about in the book is, I tell the long arc story, 1935 to today, and how in this time period, GDP keeps going up. But in the first time period, 1935 to 1980, we really see an expansion of America's middle class, working families, the working poor,
investment
the
in
upper middle class, very much investment, but also careful regulation to make sure the playing field stays level.
And then that regulation goes away in the 1990s.
And Glass-Steagall is part of that. This is one of the innovations coming out of the Great Depression, is to say, you know, your grandma's checking account and banking account, that kind of banking should never be put at risk by the kind of high-stakes gambling that goes on Wall Street. Separate the two, build a wall.
And you write in the book that then candidate Donald Trump, who I covered extensively during the campaign, actually added this to the Republican platform.
Absolutely.
So have there been any back-channel discussions or private conversations between your office and the White House on this particular measure?
So not back-channel yet to the White House, but we're certainly reaching out to the administration generally.
Have they been receptive?
And so far, we've had some good conversations, and that's what I want to see happen. I'm ready, because, you know, this is one of those basic things. Folks on Wall Street may resist it, but most of the American people get it, that there's one kind of banking that's your boring checking account, savings account, and it really ought to be separated from high-risk gambling banking. Smaller banks would more easily compete against the big banks in those circumstances, and actually, smaller investment companies would be able to compete more easily against the investment companies. This is one of those walls that would let you actually have simpler regulations overall. If the banks are only doing banking, the banking regulators can see that. And if the investment companies are doing investment banking, the kind that they do, the kind of risk taking, then let's evaluate that separately.